Make sure I got that. Quick one, y'all. Let's get a quick one. Let me build in really quick, really. What's good, Jason? Let me go shut my laundry room window. Cashmere in the building. Tyrone, what's good? Let me go close. Let me make sure the audio's. Can you hear me now? Lauren, let me know if this sounds okay. I want to make sure it's good microphone sound and not crappy sound. Okay, Chris is good to go. Okay. Shane was good. So what y'all think? What y'all think about the anxiety of the city? Fabian, quick funny story. About 10 minutes ago, my son called me. You want to know what my son said? My son asked me what was the energy like when Tear the Club Up came out. My son asked me what was the energy like when Tear the Club Up came out. Son. Oh God, I love those questions. Women's team was awesome. Solo, yes, we're gonna have to sweat this out. And what's really funny is talking to the parents and stuff, talking to the kids. Y'all gonna freak when you find out who's leaving. Y'all are gonna freak when you find out who's leaving. I don't think it's nightmare. Like, okay. Let's get this clear. Shout out to the ladies for sure. Jason, that was a banger. It's hard to explain. It was hard to explain to young fella. That's what I was telling him. I was telling him it's like the rhythm, the rhythm of Turner Club. I gotta leave it up to people to tell you in particular when they make their announcements, but it's gonna be crazy. A lot, Lauren. A lot, Lauren. Watch out for listen. Okay, put it this way. Sometimes this fan base can be really toxic when nobody knows some information. When people don't, this is why when you get okay, like I said, Vince Tyree does some good things, some things I criticize him for. The toxicity of this fan base when they're in the dark. Transparency. When this fan base is obviously in the dark, obviously the situation needs to be addressed. A lot of lies. A lot of people just lie. They just get on here and lie about knowing something. They just lie, and then here's the problem. They just hope their timeline matches up. It's like me saying, I can say this right now. I can get on here and say, hey, Scott Satterfield is going to get fired in 10 days. Or, or maybe sooner. And then you just take a shot like that, and then it's like, oh, well, he knows something. He don't. I know the difference between who knows something and people that don't know shit. And people don't know shit. Most of it. It's only a few people that get spoke to about what's going on. So there's a lot of people who don't know shit. What up, everybody? Yeah, and then I want to address another thing too. I want to address a serious subject. Let me go to the kitchen. Y'all give me about 30 seconds to go to the kitchen because I'm gonna address something serious. But hold on, because I want to enjoy my evening. I've been working hard this evening. I got a lot of work done. I want to enjoy it, but I want to address something kind of serious real quick. But yeah, let me make a quick trip to the kitchen. Get the questions in, get the comments in, get the congratulations in, because it's gonna be a short night. I know tomorrow's Friday. All that good stuff. Yeah, I will make some things abundantly clear here shortly. That. Jeez, that'll put you down. Um, hmm. Here I come, y'all. Here I come, y'all. Still coming around the corner. Food around the corner. Food around the corner. Food around the corner for me. Hallelujah, darling. Food around the corner. Food around the corner. Food around the corner for me. Yeah, some have already said they're going to enter, but they will stay if Braun comes. So you can be, there are some that already said they would stay for Braun. Some important ones. So here's the thing. Let's just get this out of the way right now because, okay, we can all have our own separate opinions, on what's best for the program, but you don't waste your time in here if you don't believe that I want what's best for the program and things like that. So I don't take well to people coming in and just coming in my channel to start shit up, to start problems. I don't take kindly to that. I also don't take kindly to people just trying to, okay, if you just want to live in misery and stuff like that, like go do it somewhere else. Go start your own channel. And that's why we keep track of who says what on the text line. That's why during the show, when we end up blocking somebody, because it's like if you just getting on the text line so we can repeat something out loud over and over again as something negative or something loser. It's like, no, you don't do that on my channel, first and foremost. You don't do that on the show. I'll block you. Like I said, Mark or somebody else can unblock you, but I don't do that. So here's the thing. It's like, I've explained this to you. Continued negativity is what you're reading. Is okay. If somebody comes up, okay, Monday morning is when the article about Court Dennison got put out. Okay, now you read that article and you saw it was accusations and charges were dropped and all that. Now, if you carry that into Satterfield conversation and you just keep calling that a big thing of negativity, then it's like, okay, that's a false narrative that you're spreading, and I'm gonna block you from just spreading false narrative negativity. Okay, let's get this straight. You are at the University of Louisville. I'm gonna repeat this. I'm going to try not to repeat this many more times for the rest of my life. The Supreme Court ruled what Matt Bevin did to the University of Louisville by kicking people off the board, replacing members of the board, challenging U of L's accreditation. All these things are illegal. And it was decided, and listen, it was, what do you call it? It was, not only was it illegal, it was acknowledged to be illegal. That's not the word I was looking for. So it takes time to get board members, EULA board members voted out, but it's politics. There's some real political, power plays. It takes time. It takes years. It takes years to undo what was going on. The reason we fought so hard about it when everybody was saying, "Oh, I just want a whole new start." Okay, if you were a person who says, "I just want a whole new start," I'm tired of Judge, and I said, "Listen, it's okay to be tired of them, but you can't let them be removed illegally, because it's gonna listen. You'll be fighting this right for years. if you let Matt Bevin or somebody from the outside take advantage of your emotion, which is what the fuck happened. You were emotional and embarrassed because the local news kept running these stories and kept playing on your emotions and playing on your emotions. And then they came in and took a right from you. They played on your emotions, got you scared of this, got you panicked about this, and they took your legal right to vote your own president, to vote your own EULA board. They took it from you because you were just mad at Rick or Tom or Bobby. It takes years to undo this. It takes years to get the right back to vote on your AD, to vote on your president, because your people got stuck in for long term, and then they put the people that vote them in. This is going on, okay? Listen, it's not the ideal situation. So this suspension on Chris Mack and things like these, these things are going on. You got put in a position where they literally, your program got killed to within half an inch of its life, and it's fighting back. It's a fucking miracle what they're doing right now. No, not them, us, the support of the University of Louisville, the coach, like I said, the holding together of this program is almost a miracle because the whole program got undercut. Like, y'all can't imagine the damage you've done, or the damage that was done by not defending our university with more passion, saying things are not acceptable. So know this. If you just want to sit around and say, oh, the football program sucks, the basketball sucks, your whole program got the shit kicked out of them illegally. This NCAA thing you've been fighting, these are unprecedented penalties. Never happened before. Y'all watch the scheme. The FBI set up an entire operation to undercut Adidas, Rick Pitino. You saw the FBI when they went and got Michael Avenatti. This is not conspiracy stuff. The guy literally sat there and told you. FBI came in and said, he explained to you, we want to buy coaches. He explained to you, like, if you can't see what kind of uphill battle we've been facing since the moment Adidas made the deal with the University of Louisville and changed the power structure, and then the Rick Pitino and the Papa Johns and all that stuff. This is what that governor got away with. We explain to y'all. You are in danger of getting your university killed. It is a miracle what we're doing right now. Like the Donovan Lamar situation, like those, we got some lucky breaks. We've gotten some lucky breaks to keep this entire thing alive. So don't take it personal. If you're in here just complaining about how football sucks and basketball sucks, and if you feel like you can't enjoy a women's game without making some kind of dumbass crack about like, you're taking away from the women by always trying to compare them to men. It's like I want the men to be able to enjoy the women's game. So I bring the men to the women's game conversation, and then the women or the men who were already enjoying the women's game are like talking shit to newcomer men fans. It's like that kind of stuff like that. It stops with me. So because this platform needs to remain positive, you will get blocked for just firing off, shit talking, because again, I don't fire coaches until there's no choice, until the detriment of the program is at stake. I I fired Coach Paget. And I'm saying I let everybody know this is a coach I cannot support or I can't endorse moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Coach Satterfield. It's detrimental to the program. I even separate the coaching search. I wish people would stop. Like I said, the hashtag Brahms kind of funny and things like that. I wish people would stop focusing on the Brahm thing right now. Coach Satterfield cannot be the coach. You cannot see the same product with the same players in the University of Louisville next year. And you're already hanging on. Like things at this program are hanging on and are very delicate. I mean, like I said, you're doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? In a big picture, university keeping its momentum going. But a move like not getting rid of Satterfield. So this is like my going into the weekend, going into the okay, I've been putting together some things behind the scenes to make sure we're moving in the right direction. You can't be on my platforms of just bitching and moaning and complaining about everything as a narrative. Like, if there's something you don't like, it's cool. I don't like this. I don't like something in particular. But if you're just in here trying to start something or spread a lie, and if I catch you just spreading stupid lies, you're not going to use my platform to do that stuff. You gotta go. Yeah. And listen, again, these are games that are played with public all the time. You remember when I told you, if you're bringing in a coach, right? This is a sad statement, but these are tried and true tactics. You got a coach coming in. You want people to support your coach. You go leak a name that everybody would hate. You go leak a name. If I'm an athletic director and I want everybody to support this coach, I go leak a name that everybody's gonna hate, right? A lot of times the tactic used is a black coach, and people just sometimes they say, I don't know why, but maybe that coach is a little better. These are tactics that's been used. Look, it's okay. We don't have to make it awkward tonight. These are tactics that are used against family. There are books written about this. Present an option and then present your option. But make sure the first option, in politics, they give you this person. They purposely pick the person you're running against just to freak you out. This stuff has been going on with the University of Louisville. They capitalized. They used the media to get everybody riled up about Tom Jurich. The audit of Tom Jurich was a clean audit. They lied, not even lied. They made a narrative that his audit wasn't clean. They made narratives to the public that what his son was getting was something out of the ordinary. And instead of calm down, rationalize, compare his audit to another audit, everybody just, you got it. It's time for them to go. It's time for them to go. And I said, no, that audit's clean. That university audit's clean. I'm like, I sat on the radio. I said, if somebody checked your tax records and you didn't have receipts accounted for from your gas station, and then what if the media just said, oh, the gas station receipts, you were lying about how much gas mileage you used. And then all of a sudden, everybody was saying, you should be fired for lying about your gas mileage. Tom Jurich's audit was clean. The University of Louisville audit was clean. People raised eyebrows on made up stuff. So yeah, you lost the right to govern your university because your emotion of, I want Tom out, I want Rick out, I want Bobby out, I want him out now. I don't care how it gets done. Hey, somebody else come here and clean up my university. Not just anybody, Bevin. Or not even that is Bevin. A Kentucky, a person who makes no mistakes about it, makes no secret about it. I'm a Kentucky supporter. I'm a Kentucky booster. So you got flooded with all Kentucky associates, putting your board, making your AD decisions, your president decisions, all that stuff happens. So remember that every time we talk about the state of the sports program, you're in a uphill battle. So your criticism of Chris Mack knew what was going on here. He wanted the job. Tighten up that arrogance a little bit. Tighten up the recruiting trail a little bit. Like, listen, that's why I said the Satterfield job of him keeping this thing afloat is good, but okay, afloat will kill your program after 3 years. Because the improvement, there will be no advanced steps under him. The Yum Center deal. They told y'all that Tom Jurich was being a bully with the Yum Center deal. Since when did we start undoing good contracts of the university? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all were mad at Tom Jurich, and you let the local media tell you that not that he cheated, he got a way too favorable deal. And here's the thing, and you know what they said? They threatened you with, with this deal, the Yum Center is going to have to close, and the city of Louisville is going to suffer. That's not true. That just wasn't true. And I read y'all comments. And yeah, man, Tom's audit and the Yum Center thing, and no. Tom Jurich was just going to have say-so. The university was going to have say. You notice how fast they changed that Yum Center deal? Because Tom Jurich was going to be able to bring money to the University of Louisville by his influence. But here's the thing. We fucking built the thing. We built it as a partner with the university. They used your emotion to steal future income and future benefits and push all that money out to the state that Tom was and the University of Louisville was going to have authority over. So remember that. When you start talking about, the program, it sucks. I'm just like, hey, watch it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch it. I'm not doing that. Because if you don't acknowledge, the uphill battle that's going on, that's what lets you just complain blindly about everything, not understanding the uphill battle. And again, I know you have we all have our issues with the coaches that we don't like. But that's why, look, again, I'm not preaching, but I am preaching. That's why I say protect the rights of those you disagree with. Protect their rights like yours, because you are going to be on the other side. You protect their rights, their legal rights, even when you don't agree with them. This is important. He cannot be on the sideline. Cheers, Keisha. Out of nowhere. I just went back up, so I'm gonna run through these kind of files. So don't pardon me if I don't acknowledge them all. And keep in mind, I'm these comments like this, I'm just acknowledging. I know I'm just now explaining what my page is going to be moving forward, but these things have to be acknowledged. You've been fighting an uphill battle, but moving forward. Vicky, what's good? The rating system was hard today. That was hard. That was a good game, man. They were exciting too. The women were exciting today. Looks like Coach Walls just said, man, run them out. Just run them. I love the tempo. It was great tempo. Right. I talked to a lot of people, and not gossip. Like my information does not come from the from the random guy. Like you can tell. Again, you can tell when someone's trying to push a lie out because they'll say something and then they'll put a question behind it. Then they'll go to the next person, and Steve will get the same question, and then somebody will call Steve with the same question. It's the same. It's the same style of leak. It goes through the same passageway. No, we're gonna be fine with a team, but there will be panic. There will be panic. Once you hear who's leaving, there will be panic. It had a good time. Oh yeah, definitely Jason. Really funny story. Steve told me that he was reading the Duke message boards and somebody was in there talking about somebody was saying hire Satterfield. So Steve said he clicked on it, right? And he said it was a couple of hire Satterfields, right? And then somebody from the Duke was like, are we really thinking about hiring Satterfield? And then another Duke fan responded to that Duke fan and said, read all the names of the people saying hire Satterfield. It's all Louisville fans. So a bunch of Louisville fans that went to the Duke chat room talking about hire Satterfield. Oh, that was pretty funny. Which means y'all doing a good job. Cats were headed to either jail or the hospital, Terrence. I agree with that all the way. Yeah, like I said, yeah, they deserve good energy. Like don't like it irritates me. Your women are playing good. Enjoy them playing good. Why do you have to use women basketball playing good to dig at football or dig at basketball? Like, like your whole program has been undercut. Like, don't bring that snarky shit here. Like I said, I mean, we all can talk a little slick, but y'all, I mean, you see why that irritates me? Again, I want to grow brands. I want to get my football, get my basketball, so it's the moment you have a good brand growing, here comes this group of trying to say, oh, Jeff Walls need to go coach the men, or he needs to. It's like, and then now you got the loyal men's basketball fans in a fight with women's basketball fans because of the snark back and forth. Like, that's unnecessary. Keep it out of my social media, please. Thank you. Cheers for sure. It's gonna be a comfortable night. Because of timing, you can be selectively quiet, but I don't like. Again, I repeat, I don't like how aggressive you handle Chris Mack and how aggressive the university was with Chris Mack and how everything else is, We don't owe anybody any explanations. Fabian. No, don't worry. It's a waste of time to worry. When I say people are going to transfer, I'm saying it more like prepare yourself for people getting all on social media. This is the point, Fabian. I'm glad you put that comment, because let me get my computer charger, because I'm gonna explain why I even told you that. You should probably understand it already, but or I may have to repeat myself. I'm sorry if I am. Here it comes. Erica. I know sometimes when I do a lot of different shows, I know I end up repeating myself. So I do apologize for stuff like that. A lot of times I don't know if I said it on the day show or the night show, and the days run together. And then I do videos, and when I'm editing them, so I consider myself a public servant, y'all, with this stuff. And I'm always disappointed when I feel like I'm doing a poor job and things. He's so sensitive. Fabian, the reason I say stuff out the reason I say prepare yourselves, because other people are going to convince you the sky is falling. And it's like, sky is not going to be falling, but it's bad enough to make you feel like it is, the way people are going to sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I don't need an example. There might be a starter who starts, but our depth at that position is huge. But it'll get sold to you like, oh, well, this guy was this much production, and he's the most important player on the team, and stuff like that. So I wouldn't freak out about that. So yeah, no, you should definitely enjoy your evening. Anybody don't want to be? Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you're gonna need the crew that wants to be here. Yeah, listen, we had talented guys when Satterfield took over the team. We had we got talent. Y'all might have to catch Mark up on what we were talking about. Listen, that leaving here to go to UK thing, that's like Lauren, some of that stuff, put it this way. That's a, you know what, this is a perfect example. That's more of a UK troll thing, or I want attention thing, than how do you get attention? You put it out there that you're thinking about going to UK. That's the best way to get attention. Right now, any player, okay, let's say a player that's not that, okay, a guy we were mad at a lot, Chandler Jones, the cornerback. Chandler Jones, listen, I like his speed, but he's missed a lot of plays. Chandler Jones, if let's say he has one more year of eligibility, if Chandler Jones was leaving and just going, transferring to Virginia, we would be like, yes, it's probably time. But if Chandler Jones all of a sudden said, I'm thinking about transferring to Kentucky, oh God, he's our starting quarterback, he's thinking about going to Kentucky. It plays on your emote, and then guess what the media is going to do? They're going to find a picture. Guess what Vince Marrow is going to do? Vince Marrow is going to go have a meeting with Chandler Jones. Then Vince Marrow is going to take a picture with him at a bar, and they're gonna and he's gonna send it to their local media. They're gonna put it, and then y'all are gonna get all worked up and feeling like your whole. But in reality, you would have cut him anyway. But it's gonna get sold to you in a panic. Does that make sense? Don't fall for that. I don't know what I saw they were sharing a highlight of him. I don't know what he said though. Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, he is now, but like I said, I'm not discussing the Braum thing on a immediate conversation. One conversation is only existent right now. Our program is dead if Coach Satterfield coaches it another year at the University of Louisville. It's done. It's done. It'll be a lifeless, dead fish program. Mm-hmm. Russ Yeast, he did go get a first team. Listen, Russ Yeast had talent though. Everybody knew Russ Yeast had talent. Russ Yeast is listen. Now it's easier to say Russ Yeast was put out on an island in our system. It's not a mass exodus. It's just a lot of players are okay. Real deal players. Okay. Prime example. Hypothetically, actually, let's make it hypothetical. A defensive lineman after a full year of watching Louisville is realizing under this scheme, you're never going to get a one-on-one. You're never going to get a one-on-one against a offensive player. The system is either going to say dive this way or dive that way. Y'all see that picture of the Kentucky line and it's three dudes and everybody's lined up on the side and then you're just going to crash in a slant? Nobody is going to get to work on their own skill set. So by the time you leave here, you might have a bend, but you're not going to have a repertoire of rip moves and pass rushes because you don't use them here. And if you do use them, you're using them against a double team, and that works against Syracuse, Duke, Virginia. Like I said, y'all saw we played UCF. When we played UCF, there was 10 dudes on that defense that we said, in like some individuals, we can get a scheme to beat them, but I'm going to talk about this with the basketball team too. The way we play will not have NFL scouts anywhere near the school. The way we play will not have NFL scouts. I mean, they got to do their job. You can go. You might be able to find a steal like Tutu Atwell or something like that at the school. NFL scouts have, after 3 years, see our system and say, I'm not getting my kid from there. Okay, maybe if you're stupid talented with some stupid potential and you just slip through the cracks, you might have a late round still sitting at Louisville where we scout them out. And I'm going to turn that into a basketball conversation. A lot of people complained about Lamar too. And that's what I'm saying. Like, watch your complaining level. And Charlie too. Listen, look at the time the FBI thing started compared to the time where we were the first university to do a deal directly with our Adidas deal changed the game. If y'all don't, again, like y'all are dealing with Nike for the first time in history. The value was changing. They put that, I'll repeat it. Michael Avenatti got Stormy Daniels paid through his legal expertise. Michael Avenatti said, I have evidence that Zion and Nike have been in business together. Michael Avenatti made the president of the United States and staff have to negotiate with him. Michael Avenatti said, I got the goods on Nike and that one agent and Zion. They arrested him, took all his computers, charged him with extortion, and he's facing 100 years. So you mean to tell me he could negotiate a Stormy Daniels battle with the president, but he can't work out a deal with Nike? They came in, the FBI came in, charged him with extortion, and took everything away from him. The exact same way that what's his name? The Scheme. What's his name? The Scheme. Christian Dawkins. The same way Christian Dawkins said, what? They kicked in his hotel room door and stuck a machine gun in his face. His phone rang, y'all. This is supposed to be about Adidas and buying coaches. They had his phone already cloned. They stuck Christian Dawkins next to El Chapo to scare him. They seized all of his accounts immediately. The only thing that saved Christian Dawkins' life is that he kept all the money in shoeboxes under his bed at his mom's house. We've been fighting some fucking uphill battles, y'all. That's why I get frustrated with the over complaining, with the whining. I'm not whining about Satterfield. I'm saying this program cannot take another year of Satterfield. Your rebuild of your program needs a Jeff Brom. I don't mind if you don't like everything about Jeff Brom, or you don't buy into Jeff Brom. What I'm telling you is you don't get the media back under control. You don't get a lot of these things that go on won't happen with Jeff Brom. You can't get away. You can't punk the Brom family around here. Everybody knows that. I mean, listen, everybody, any athletic director or president is, when you bring in a heavy hitter like Brom, You got to clean up some things. You got to clean up some things, or he'll clean it up. They cut off some of that gossip, and that's what I'm saying. When Steve is saying fit, it's the fit. Almost is more important than the play calling right now. Again, you can win 8 games with Satterfield, but you know what? Your narratives and the way and what they do and the way they cover your school and all those good things, your program is still under the thumb of Kentucky. DeMonte, is 3 seasons. It's 3 seasons and the lack of development in key areas. Liam Cohen, did y'all see the Kentucky offensive coordinator explain how easy it was to beat this team? Hold on. Does anybody have the does anybody have those Liam Cohen? Okay, I don't have it. I'll paraphrase. The Kentucky offensive coordinator said, all we did is ran a motion, seen they don't adjust to the motion, and then we set our play. And they never adjusted to it. And we couldn't believe, like, basically, like, we're just like, that was, what do you call it? Elementary. Basically, he called the Louisville scheme the most elementary thing he's ever seen. Could you imagine the offensive coordinator of your rival saying, like, we couldn't believe it? We couldn't believe how elementary their scheme was. That's what he said. Like, not even talking shit. Just like, yeah, we just, we put a guy in motion and we just look, we put a guy here and ran the same play. Look, we put the guy right here and instead, we put him right there, ran the same play. They never adjusted to it. So we didn't feel any need to run anything else. So DeMonte, it's 3 years of that. It wasn't just a Kentucky game. These are things we noticed before. Like, hey, like, aren't you forgetting to adjust? Like, we got a 21-point lead, coach. Are you going to keep on doing that? Here we are, Florida State. Coach, we got a big lead. Are you going to do that? Virginia, coach, we got a really big lead. Granted, I'll be the first one to say, hey, y'all, calm down because we got a lead by doing something. I'm the first one to say it. I give credit to him getting us the lead. But if you can get us the lead but no adjustment, then we're always going to have leads and any adaptable coach, which is what I said about Mac. Adaptability is what makes you a good coach. Not I can game plan, I can draw up a scheme. Everybody can draw up a scheme, but you got to adjust. So what are you saying? Okay, like this right here. Are you saying that I'm wrong because I said development and running backs? Yes. Development and defensive line, defensive scheme? No. Playmaker positions? Yes. Full team development, physical stature. Let me ask you this. Did you come on here to just tell me I'm wrong about stuff? Like, I really want to know that. Is your comment But you were the one selling development. Okay, did you not think that 70 freshmen could develop? The speed of development is why I say you don't have that much time. Because now I have to look at the guys who haven't developed. What's your point? Tell me what your point is. I'm curious now. Is your point I was wrong about the speed of his development? Like, tell me, please tell me that's your point. No, oh, okay, but I do want to know the point. Got to know the culture. You got to know the culture, because the only way you can navigate an environment like this is by knowing the culture. Satterfield, okay, put it this way. He didn't know the culture, but it didn't seem like he was willing to learn the culture and learn how to navigate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, in year 3, you shouldn't be Justin, hoping to hear something about the coaching situation or players or what in particular? Yeah, right. Satterfield might as well swing for the fences. Oh. But I know what I listen. I know it. I got the question from DeMonte about, are people just overreacting because of this game? And I'm saying no, but you have to use the game as a barometer of the speed of the growth. And once you see there's a ceiling, once you see a ceiling, you have to adapt. Coach Mack saw a ceiling. Coach Wall sees a ceiling. Coach McDonald sees a ceiling. When they see the ceiling, they go to Vince. And again, I'm not to his point. To his point, you assume there are assumptions being made about the development of coaches and development of players. Okay, like a basketball example. You would have assumed, okay, was this a fair assumption? Last year, we look at JJ Traynor and we say, okay, by next year, JJ Traynor gonna be 25 pounds heavier. You know why we assume that? Because Jalen Withers gained 25, 30 pounds. You know what I'm saying? In an off year. We saw that growth of Jalen Withers. We didn't see it in JJ Traynor. But it was okay to assume that it was going to be the same because of what we saw. Listen, Jalen Withers' frame was smaller than JJ Traynor's. His shoulder and frame was smaller than JJ Traynor's. So now you fast forward and you see JJ Traynor still small. Now I'm like, okay, coach, why didn't JJ develop the same way? You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, you hear what JJ Summer was like. JJ Summer was a little different from Jalen Withers summer. So now you say, okay, now I say, okay, JJ has to do some things to match Jalen Withers' development and stuff like that. So it happens like that in football. I see Ashton Galati come in here. You know we need defensive line help and girth, and I see him put on that weight, but I don't see anybody else. So by the time, I get to the season, Galati's the only person that put on 40 pounds. Everybody else just put on muscle. So assuming that you're going to see growth and development, you say, okay, was that an individual player that just wanted to get it done? Or was that a team thing? You extend the coach the courtesy of saying, I know we need bigger dudes on this line. I know you know that. Like, these are simple things. I don't pretend to be smarter than the coaches. And I give, maybe, some breaks, but after a while you say, okay, you don't know. You didn't know, you dropped the ball. When I see you drop the ball, you didn't know. I'm like, okay, those assumptions and those benefit of doubt that I gave you, I was wrong. You did not push that issue. I didn't like that. I had a big problem with that, Johnny G. I had a big problem with that. At least hit the like button if you're in here, y'all. Please hit the like button. Listen, share the conversation with your friends. If you think it's worth sharing, share it. It helps out. It helps get the word out. You think Sat can do more than 6 and 6? I just think he wasn't willing to adjust. This was not supposed to be a long night. Tomorrow night's gonna be really, really good. I may be able to give y'all some real information tomorrow night. But I gotta ask, is it okay if I can start saying some names? I still got more work to do. Get out of here. Thanks for hanging out. If you're here, hit the like button or the dislike button before you get out of here. Either one won't bother me. I'm gonna make a video. If y'all follow me on Twitter and Facebook, I'll probably post a couple agitating things. Yeah, like, and I don't feel like, I don't mind answering questions. I like clear questions. You know what I'm saying? Like don't do gotcha questions. Like give me a good clear question, and I'll give it to you straight. Okay, get out of here, y'all. Enjoy yourselves. I wasn't even supposed to be on Facebook, but I did this time.